It's time for Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys.
Forgive us, Father, for we are about to sin and be very naughty boys. Oh my God. So good morning, everybody.
What's
How's
up,
everyone?
assholes?
Uh, this is the first time we've recorded this early ever.
No,
This is
This is a terrible
no, you and I did this.
was it
Before
really? Was it this early?
I think it was
actually.
because I remembered getting up at the same time Jasmine was leaving for work.
And Jasmine was like, "What are you doing?"
No, she looked at me and she goes, "So you really think you're going to be able to do this every time?"
I mean, I'll give it to her. She knows you.
Yeah, she does.
I'll be honest, the only reason I thought this would be a good idea is because I know that my brain's not firing properly. So I'm going to say a lot more dumb shit.
That's why Mark and I started this goddamn podcast.
Literally, it was just like a joke. Like we were going through names, and Brandon's like, "Oh, we could call it Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys." And I'm like, "Oh, so we're gonna wake up super early and record every time?" And you're like, "Yeah, yeah." And then after the first session, we're like, "We can't fucking do this ever again. This was the fucking worst idea we've ever
No,
had."
we actually did this quite a few times, but then we kept pushing it back further and further. Like, all right, let's just get up at 9.
Well,
All I'm going to say is if we start doing this again, and like when we hit a certain amount of like subscribers or listeners or listens or I don't know, my brain's fogged. And we have to do an all-night gaming sesh.
Oh,
and
I can
record at
handle
5
that.
a.m.
Oh, I can do that. I'll be fine doing that.
What you're saying is like the few hours of sleep, that's what fucked you, not the actual lack of sleep?
No, absolutely. Absolutely. If I do things that I can power through, I mean, I can even get through. There have been times where I'm like, well, you know what? I'm just not going to sleep tonight.
I mean,
And
I've
then
been there.
I just power through an entire day. And then it gets to the end of the day and I'm just like, oh, I think I'll go to bed at like 9:30, maybe 10 o'clock tonight. Be like a really responsible adult. And then I'm sitting there and I look at the clock and I'm like, well, it's 2 a.m. I guess I'll try to go to sleep.
See, it usually fucks me
And then
with
he
that
lines
whole-
up, he puts a line of G Fuel and then just snorts that just to, get, just to get, the edge he needs.
You
Just
know what? I legit, so
just to see if he feels anything.
I
Wait.
will, I hadn't had G Fuel until
What the fuck
They
is
started-
G?
All right, I was going to say
Gee.
it too.
G Fuel is a energy supplement
It's for like gamers. pretty
that's
much.
designed specifically for gaming.
I don't know how
Um,
much I buy that it's specifically for gaming though. Like,
Well, it all comes down to
I'm
the
not
type
gonna
of vitamins and stuff that they put in it.
They just crushed up a bunch of Flintstones vitamins and put them in Gatorade.
It tastes
Oh.
like that, and I'm all about it.
I'm all about Flintstones gummies or vitamins.
No joke. I'm actually drinking the Sonic Peach Rings G Fuel right now, and it is
I've seen those
delicious.
motherfuckers.
They're
Brandon,
so good.
take a picture and post it to Instagram. That sounds amazing.
Yeah. It's really good. And so Aaron, so they have like cans of it now, but they started off as like a powder. And Aaron got a jar of the Sonic powder. And I mean, today's my first time like actually drinking just the powder mixed with water. And I thought I liked the like carbonated energy drink. This tastes so much better. Like really freaking good. Like I might just start mainlining this.
Okay. Well, so it's not at all like carbonated. It's just like a juice.
I mean, so the regular, the ones in the cans are all carbonated, like how a Monster would be carbonated or
So
something.
it's not
But I
meant
like
to
them
be
because it's
heroin.
like I like them. I like these because I've been trying to cut out carbs,
Oh, you like
Eh,
the juice.
and this stuff doesn't have any of the, and it doesn't have any carbs or sugar and stuff.
Nice.
It's the
Yeah.
sugar that.
And of course, I should have checked the powder. I don't know. Maybe the powder's just like, here's all your carbs. It's not in the regular one, but here you go.
Powder's just
but-
flavored crack.
Dude,
So-
no joke. I mean, it's, yeah.
Do you want to know how much of a dumbass I am?
I mean, I think we know, but I'm
Oh,
always
man,
willing
talk
to
about
hear
a
some
softball.
more reinforcement.
So I, for years, because my parents didn't do a good job teaching me things, I thought that carbs came from carbonation in drinks.
Oh,
I didn't
Horrible.
realize that when people were saying carbs, they were referring to carbohydrates.
You're sitting there, I'm like, yeah, I'm not really into sodas, so I'm not really getting a lot of carbs as you're like eating an entire loaf of bread.
Oh my god!
I was just dry rubbing a loaf of bread.
You can just imagine
Oh.
it. You know you're eating a lot of
Come on, you
a
gotta
lot
put
of
some butter
carbs
on
inside of your
that.
body. What do you mean? I've been seeing you drink nothing but sodas lately. So yeah, you're
Yeah, you should really consider cutting out carbs, man. What the fuck are you talking about, man?
I mean,
I've,
there are a lot of carbs and sodas.
oh,
Well,
man.
no, I know that.
So, I
but-
mean, you're not...
I wasn't entirely wrong, but
yeah,
I
you're
also
not entirely wrong, but...
I was also very...
You were on the right track. The carbs were just from the wrong place of origin.
Do you guys remember Jolt Cola?
Oh my god, I fucking love Jolt.
Yeah, those
oh
complex
my
carbs.
god!
Those complex carbs, right?
Huh?
Those were the complex carbs, right?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Those are energy carbs.
Oh yeah.
I still was able to find some Jolt gum.
Dude, I forgot about the gum.
Yeah.
Do you guys
That's
remember...
Speaking...
Deodorant addicts.
All
Do
right,
you guys remember
speaking...
Surge?
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Yeah. All right, cool. So there was Surge, but then there was another one called Volt. Like VAULT. Wait,
Vault?
no.
Remember Volt.
No, wait a minute. I'm sorry. It was Volt, like VOLT.
See,
Here's
here's the
I'm gonna see
problem.
if I can find a goddamn picture of this
Here's
thing.
here's the problem we're running into is you're saying Volt and Vault the exact same way. But yes, I do know what Vault soda was.
Quick question. How do you pronounce the word that's spelled O-N-E?
O-N-E?
Yes.
One?
How do you pronounce the word W-O-N?
One?
One.
What was that?
One?
WON.
And like I won.
Okay, so the same way, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What
The
are you trying
comedian
to...
I listen to thinks that it's pronounced number one, and
One.
like I won the race.
I was waiting for the other shoe to drop here.
No, it got to the point where I was like, am I just out of my fucking mind?
Man, if I'd have known about that ahead of time, man, I would have fucked with you all over the place on that one.
Yeah, why do you think I didn't let you know beforehand?
Once again, Brandon, I need to stop lying because apparently it's bad.
It
Not
just
as bad
scares...
that you're
Oh
pointing
no,
crap.
I was right the first time. Damn. I second guessed myself and because I had doubt.
And now you look like an asshole.
That's fine. I'm all right with looking like an asshole.
Vault, it was basically,
yeah, it's Vault.
Mountain Dew, right?
VAULT. Yes. So it was released by the Coca-Cola company as Mountain Dew, but it had more of a like we are trying to make like an energy drink soda.
Well, and the thing is like you can look at Vault and be like, oh yeah, this is definitely a ripoff because they had two flavors. There was, green
and red.
and the other one was Red Blitz. For some reason, that didn't catch on quite as well as Code Red. I don't know.
Was it really Red Blitz?
Well, the commies liked Code Red better.
Okay, so speaking of sodas and how terrible they are for you,
So the slogan was "Drinks like a soda, kicks like an energy drink."
Oh my god, I forgot that's what their slogan was. Holy shit.
Wait, so
Also,
You know,
the
they
taste,
make
the
Coke
quench,
energy
the
drinks
kick.
now.
Do what now?
there are straight up Coke energy drinks now. It's
Oh
supposed
yeah,
to be so are they just trying it all over again?
Yeah.
I guess.
Oh my god,
Yeah,
no. Speaking of that, like no joke, Jasmine came home and had a Coke coffee.
Yeah,
See?
I saw. I was tempted to try one of them, but then I was like,
Oh, I remember those now.
Um Vault was amazing. My buddy Andrew and his brother um he had a one of those like tool utility storage things in the back of a pickup truck.
a
Yeah.
toolbox.
Yes.
Yeah, but
But one of the big
Utility
fucking-
storage.
I have the energy hasn't kicked in yet. It's really
Us
fucking
being
around.
tired, this just makes it even more
Oh my
funny.
god, Brandon, I love you. That was amazing. He had one of those big tool utility things.
I'm remembering why we don't do this in the morning.
Is it because I wake up really fast and you guys don't?
Yeah, no, you absolutely
How are
wake
you
up at a
I don't
speed.
wait, by the way.
The
Fuck
joke's on
Bono,
us.
bro.
He didn't go to sleep.
I've been up since 5 a.m. yesterday.
Jesus, Jeff. So you haven't
But
slept
so
at all.
anyways, he would store, like, the toolbox was completely empty, except it was full of Vault. Like, he would just go in to the grocery store and stock up, because we were constantly at that point when he had the pickup truck. We were convinced that Vault wasn't going to stay, because we just constantly heard stories about, like, oh, they're banning these sodas and this stuff's going to go away. So we would just stockpile this stuff just in case.
Did they
And
ever
look-
ban any of them other than Four Loko?
I don't think they banned it. Coke just stopped making it.
Yeah. You know, so speaking of sodas and me being the awesome fucking uncle I am, whenever I go grocery shopping with one of my nieces and nephews, they're like, hey, can we get something? And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So my oldest nephew was at the store with me the other day and was like, hey, can I get some of this this Fanta? And I was like, I mean, sure, it's Fanta. Like, sure, it's high in sugar, but like, didn't really think much about it. And it was pineapple. And I was like, I fucking love pineapples. And so
Yeah.
he gets a 12-pack of the pineapple Fanta. And I don't think of anything of it until about 4 hours later when his mom comes and knocks on my door. And she's like, hey, did you buy a 12-pack of pineapple Fanta? And I was like, yeah. Yeah, he asked if he could get it while we were at the store. And she's like, okay. Don't do that again. And I was like, what? Okay. I didn't think it would be a big deal. And she's like, no, it's fine. I appreciate that you're trying to do nice things, but there is 3 times the daily sugar intake that you're supposed to get in one can. And I was
Holy
like,
fuck.
I'm sorry, what? It's like something like 56 grams of sugar per can.
Holy shit.
And I was like sipping my 3rd can and I'm like, I'm going to die. Like
It
I
tastes like
might,
diabetes.
I'm going to die tonight.
So,
sugar's
so
in one
we
full
touched on the Coke coffee. So they did this Coke Black.
I remember
that-
that, and I remember it failing horribly.
Yeah, they failed horribly. So they decided
Well, it's
to
'cause
just
America's
call it Coke
racist.
they just decided to call it Coke with coffee.
Also, I'll be honest, the container looks better.
Oh,
I'm not gonna lie.
100%. And the other thing, so Jasmine brings it home, and I open up the fridge, and it's just sitting there. And I'm like, why do I feel like they've done this before? Like, this doesn't, like, this seems, like,
Brandon, are you implying perhaps that people are running out of original ideas?
no, I would. Well, I mean, no, I don't think we're running out of original ideas. Hollywood is.
Yeah,
Um,
they're doing a lot of
podcast.
remakes.
Joe
I
Rogan,
personally think that Coca-Cola Black just came out at the wrong time. I don't think people were ready for it. We weren't as coffee driven as we are now.
Very
yeah.
true.
And I really think that they're just kind of like they were onto something, had a good following, but now they're like, all right, let's try it again. Let's change things up a little bit. Because in all
big
honesty,
Is
I tried it because Jasmine
one?
opened it and I
Sorry,
tried
which
it.
one?
It is
New
really
one?
good.
You mean the new one?
Yeah, the new one.
Have
Do you
you ever tried
remember?
Coke Black?
No, I did not.
The big thing for me with Coke Black was that bottle looks like a fucking oil spill.
It does. I also don't understand this weird little O thing on it.
Can we also talk about like you said, like we weren't ready for coffee or for Coca-Cola Black when it came out. I would love to find out that there was just some guy that worked for Coca-Cola that was like, what if we combined coffee and Coca-Cola into one thing? And after Black failed, they were just like, this guy's fucking crazy. We got to get him out of here. And then
Jeremy, you're fired, and
then,
you will never work this business again.
Well, and then 8 years later, they released Coke Coffee, and he's just sitting in an insane asylum for somewhere, and he's just like, I fucking told them. They said I was crazy. They called me a fucking madman, but look at me now.
That's how real world Joker is made.
Basically, yeah. And
No,
now he's
realistically, they're like, this dude's fucking insane. You know what? We need to send him over to our Japan branch and just let him come up with weird fucking flavors. They'll drink it over there.
dude. I fucking love. So I told you guys I found out there's a Chinese market nearby, and yes, I mean Chinese, but they also sell other stuff. But it's labeled as the Chinese market.
Sure.
Most Chinese markets in non-heavily Asian areas are just the Asian.
Right. But yeah.
That's why I love H Mart.
Yeah.
I fucking love H Mart so much.
So have you guys ever had those sodas that have like the marble in the top that you have to pop out in order to drink it?
Oh yes, of course.
I forget how it.
Carbonated lemonades.
Yeah, so they've got like stuff like that. And like I said, I'm the cool fucking uncle. I don't give a shit. I'll take the kids with me and buy them fucking sweets and shit. So we're at the Asian market, and my middle nephew, he's 11, and so like when he finds something he likes, he obsesses over it, right? But he's not usually one for sweet things, so he found the one of the just like the plain ones, like it's not even like cherry or strawberry.
Yeah,
it's just a sweet drink. And I was like, all right, each of you guys gets $5, and these fucking sodas are $1 each. He comes walking up with 5 glass bottles clanking in his arms. I'm like, is that all you're getting, dude? And he's like, dude, these are so good. And I'm like, I mean, all right, that's fine if that's what you want to do with your $5. And
starting to understand why your sister doesn't like you with taking the kids out to get them.
Yeah. Well, here's the problem is
I with $5 worth of pixie sticks.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! It would look like a scene out of Scarface.
That's the thing is that's how my niece will eat my niece's diet consists primarily of sugar because she just sneaks snacks when nobody's around. But my nephew, like I said, he doesn't really eat sweet things most of the time. He likes the savory stuff. So we leave with the 5 bottles of this Japanese soda, and it has a very distinct like pop when you open it.
Uh-huh.
And so I hear him pop one open in the car, and I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And then we get home, and I'm like, all right, make sure you get all your stuff out. And he's just sitting there with an empty bag, and I'm like, what happened to all your sodas, bud? And it's like,
oh my god.
He's like,
oh
no. I don't know what happened. And I'm like, did you drink all of those in the 7.5 minute car ride home?
I'm not even upset.
No. Here's the thing.
Did you not hear like the pop and then the marble at all?
So I'm not 100% sure that he did this, but I have a very good idea that he covered up the top when he opened the subsequent one, so I couldn't hear it.
Oh my God.
But here's the thing: is this nephew, like, it's astounding how quickly he can ingest things. Like we'll sit down for dinner, and like I'm talking, like he's usually the second one served. They serve my niece first, then him, then my oldest nephew, and then the three adults just dish themselves up. Right. By the time the three adults,
It sounds like they go through the same goddamn process like we go through with the dogs. Like, all right, you can't feed Bucky first because he tears through it and then tries to get Gwen's food.
that's the thing. That's the thing we've run into is he will. I'm telling you, like we it takes us about 5 minutes to dish everyone up, right? Not a long time, but by the time we adults have already are just barely sitting down, he's already up and getting ready for seconds.
Oh shit.
Like this kid,
Man,
like doesn't breathe for 5 minutes. He just takes in the food, and I gotta be honest, it's kind of inspirational.
Sounds like he takes after Uncle Mark.
Oh my God, absolutely. But here's the thing: is I savor the food that I'm eating. He just inhales.
fuck.
So speaking of
In breathing. Today, Junior.
of drinks that are either really good or really unhealthy for you, and while also staying on the topic of like with drinks that you
overlap.
find at like the Asian markets.
Mm-hmm.
So my drummer Han always brings cool snacks to band practice. Well, there's
Okay.
one that he particularly he would bring quite a bit because my guitarist Pete just fell in love with them, and it's I'm sure I don't know if y'all have ever seen these, but it's these little drinks called Cocoa Grape.
Oh yeah, you can get
It's
they're in
cool.
like
No.
the Spanish depart or like section or the not Spanish
Um,
Latin
we
American
I don't
Hispanic.
I mean I don't know if they are in that section or not. Maybe. Um,
Coco.
but
Yeah, they look
but
like
so
they're right now.
But so anyways, notice the picture I sent you guys. That's not just like the vector of that picture is off. Like it's a short can. Like it's
Right.
a
Hey,
half
dude, it
can.
looks like one of those Mickey's hand grenades.
Yeah,
Oh hell yeah. Yeah. A little
got
bit.
it. I love
It's
hand grenades.
even a little bit smaller than that. Just a little bit. But so anyways, that little fucker right there has like 50 grams of sugar.
Oh,
Holy fuck!
Like combined, like it is so they are so sweet. They're so full of carbs, and
Derby.
because they're little. Oh, also that drink has like little bulbs of coconut jelly in it.
Oh God, that sounds awful.
jeez.
Um, uh, you know, I like coconut and I like grape. I do not like them together apparently because I'm not a fan of this drink.
That I'm sorry.
Um,
Like everything you just described sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah. But anyway, so my guitar is just obsessed with them. And there
So
was one day
I'm
practice. We were sitting there taking a break, and I turn around, and Pete had slammed 3 of these, and I just was like, dude, that is so bad for you. Why did you do that?
You're just like, Pete, I can hear you about to die.
Yeah, yeah. And he's just like, I can't help it, man. They're so good.
Yeah, I had to stop buying myself snacks because
You eat an entire goddamn box of Little Debbie's and nobody else gets to enjoy them?
yeah, just one box.
Yeah, just one.
It's just the box, nothing else. I don't keep like a whole drawer of snacks instead of putting underwear in the drawer.
Oh my God.
Oh, the life of a bachelor.
Ah, the life of a fat ass.
Oh, the life of a man who's still grappling with the after effects of his divorce.
Shut up. Hey guys, If you just can't get enough of Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys, you can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SR Sleepy Boys, or you can check out our YouTube channel, Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys. You can also find us on Spotify, Radio Public, Anchor, Breaker Radio, and coming soon, Apple Podcasts.